So continuing in the project Likkutei Sichos, we learn this week Shabbos Parshas Beha'aloischo, and we're going to learn a Sicha in Likkutei Sichos Chelek Chov Gimel, the first Sicha in Parshas Beha'aloischo. I'm not going to say anything about the Sicha because if I'm going to start, I'm not going to finish. It's just fascinating, just unbelievable what the Rebbe takes from a Rashi. A new light becomes a light in Rashi. Rashi is not understood one word what he wants. He's contradicting himself from other places, and from in this Rashi itself, in two words, he's contradicting himself. But Hoyer, in first glance, and the Rebbe is answering it just beautiful. And then, by the end of the Sicha, there's also a Gvaldical limud for us to be connected to the Rebbe, because it shows us what means Moshe Rabbeinu. Moshe Rabbeinu has one thing in his life, and only the Rebbe could do such a Sicha. Nosi Ador, what he has in mind is Am Yisrael. That's it. Oisal. Auf dem Posuk Vaydaber Hashem el Moshe b'midbar Sinai b'shon hashenis letzei me'eretz Mitzrayim b'chodesh Rishon loimer. In this parsha, in Parshas Beha'aloischo, we're going to learn the Mitzvah and Chitas already. We're going to read it on Shabbos. The Rebbe spoke to Moshe Rabbeinu b'midbar Sinai. Second year when they came out of Mitzrayim, didn't came out of Mitzrayim Tezvov Nisan. Next Rosh Chodesh Nisan, the Rebbe told Moshe Rabbeinu, I want the Eden to do Pesach in Midbar. Yeah. B'chodesh Rishon loimer, Rosh Chodesh Nisan. In Chodoshim, in years, it goes according to Tishrei. In Chodoshim, it goes according to Nisan. So, B'chodesh Rishon, the Rebbe just spoke to Moshe Rabbeinu. And the Rebbe is continuing explaining what it is. But the Rebbe is doch atom gesagt, was ist a Pesach? Be'emshech lo zeh, the Parsha from Pesach Sheni. There's two things there. Number one, they should do a Pesach. What happens if people that they can do a Pesach that year in the Midbar? So there's going to be a Pesach Sheni. Stellt sich Rashi auf die Wörter. Rashi brings them from Chumash. B'chodesh Rishon. Und ist mefarish, Rashi is explaining, Loshen of Rashi. Parsha sheberosh hasefer lo yinemro ad iyo. Parsha says in the beginning of the Midbar, it says, Vaydaber Hashem el Moshe b'midbar Sinai, b'echad lachodesh hasheni, b'shon hasheni letzei me'eretz Mitzrayim. And the Rebbe spoke to Moshe Rabbeinu in chodesh iyo, and he told them to count the Eden. That was the beginning of it. So Rashi says, Parsha sheberosh hasefer lo yinemro ad iyo. And in Beha'aloischo, what are we talking about? Rosh Chodesh Nisan. So what is it? What's going on here? You should have started with this. This starts with Rosh Chodesh Nisan, not with this. So Rashi is answering, Lo Madeto. Remember, you're learning, Shein Seder Mukdem U'Murcha B'Torah Chulu. The Torah is not a chronological sefer. The Torah is not a sefer of a story, history, what happened with Am Yisrael from creation till now. It's not. We're going to go into the other half of the Rashi and see what Rashi wants there. Now we're going to only talk about this part of Rashi. Darf man verstehen, der Ringen von dem Mukdem U'Murcha B'Torah weiß man schon von früher. Man hat schon es abgelernt von kaum Psukim shelifnei zeh. Wie Rashi sagt bepirush, der Rebbe underlined Rashi. Rashi himself said it already so many times. Gleich in der ersten Seder Bereshis Besoifo, auf dem Posuk lo yodun ruchi ba'odom, ve'oi yom of meves mishono, und al derech zeh kama pomim la'achizeh. The Rebbe says like this. It says Poshet Givaldik Gishmak. The Rebbe says that it says a Poshet in Bereshis. V'noyach mechamesh moishona v'yoled desiyachas. Noyach was 500. Right after that, it starts Shvi. It starts saying that the people started sinning. Ayavoyel Nois Haaretz. Started with the Girus. They started doing Averes. What the Rebbe says? Lo yodun richa ba'odom. I'm going to give him only 120 years, not more. They started sinning now. I'm going to give them 101 years. How old was Noach when this marble started? 600. So how many times the Rebbe gave him? 100 years. So you're contradicting yourself. Here it says, "V'noach b'chamesh yisroshana b'yoled desiyachas." Here it says, "V'oy yom of me'ah v'esrim." He started marble 100 years. So Rashi says, "Ein mukdem u'murcha b'Torah." So we read that story in the beginning of Bereshis that it says, "Ein mukdem u'murcha." What happens? The Gezeira of Oy yom of me'ah v'esrim was before Yefes was born. This is one, and I think Poshet for the Indian of Gishmakite, I'm going to bring two more unbelievable examples that Rashi said it. Parshas Vayishlach. Parshas Vayishlach steht Vayig Vayitzchok. Yitzchok passed away. Yitzchok passed away in Vayishlach. Vayeshev is Yosef sold. Yitzchok passed away 12 years after Yosef was sold. And there's proof. It says Vayev Kosoyoviv. Rashi himself says Vayev Kosoyoviv. So Rashi doesn't go on Yankiv. It goes on Yitzchok. Yitzchok was crying because of Yankiv. Yitzchok knew the story that Yosef is alive. They made him into the tent. He couldn't say, but he was crying for Yankiv. So Rebbeinu Shalom, how could it be Vayik Yitzchok in Vayishlach and in Vayeshev is still alive 12 years? So Rashi says, Ei Mukdim U'Mucha. So and one more thing I'm going to bring. There is Rebbe brings in our 6 a lot, but I bring one more Geschmack thing. It says in Pasuk when the Rebbe tells Moshe to go to Mitzrayim to take out the Eden. He said, Vayoshov Moshe took his wife and his kid. Vayoshov Arzo Mitzrayim. Yeah, he came to Mitzrayim. What's say right after that? Right after. Vayikach Moshe Mato Elikim Beyodom. Is in Mitzrayim. How did he take the Mato Elikim from Israel? So Rashi says, Ei Mukdim U'Mucha. Torah doesn't have to tell you that he took the Mate and he went to Mitzrayim. So we see already Rashi himself in so many places says, and here comes Rashi and says, no, here you're learning out that Ei Mukdim U'Mucha Bater. Noch mehr. It's not. It's not. There's another 2 places in Bamidbar.
No, it's the first place.
Another 2 places that we learned already. Yes, very good point. Good. Noch mehr. It's coming here. Yeah. Noch mehr. Der Prat Gufe, dem Shinu HaSeder von der Parsha Sheborosh HaSefer, that Rashi is emphasizing here. Weißt man schon von früher in der Seder, was man das gelernt, in Parshas Nosoi, twice, not once. Korbanos Hanesim, was es ist im Furish im Pasuk Zman und Weibi in Kalas Moshe Lokim ist Mishkan, was Roshoi die Schnissen Oyo ist lamadet oder von Azei Mugdem Mucha Batora befragt ze, warum Parshas Sheborosh HaSefer lo nemro ad iyo. The Rebbe uses it in the quotations. Rashi's loshon what he uses here. Rashi doesn't say it. They're nothing. So the Rebbe says, why don't you say nothing? It says clear. Again, I like always to learn and get everything, even things that it's not so pretending to the Sicha. It says that the Mishkan, there was Shivas Mea Miluim. Moshe Rabbeinu was the Kohen Gadol. He did everything. Every day the Mishkan was erected, and at night it was taken apart. 7th day. The 8th day, we put it up. What happens then? When was it? Rosh Chodesh Nissen. From Chav Gimel ordered to Rosh Chodesh Nissen, for Shivas Mea Miluim. Rosh Chodesh Nissen stood up, the Mishkan stood up, and the Nessim started bringing every day another Nasi a korban. When did this happen? On Nissen. Which Parsha is it in Nosoi? Why did we start the Chumash Bamidbar? With Chodesh Iyar. So that is all the same thing. And the question is going to be starker. And noch more in them. Look how beautiful. Dort is Rashi gar nicht mefarish. It doesn't say nothing. Why? Why don't you say something there? And noch mehr, we have another place in them. Dort is Rashi gar nicht mefarish, and in the brackets the Rebbe brings another place. Und man gewinnt es noch früher in derselbe Sedre, wie Shalchum in Amachne, is Rashi mefarish Parshas und Rabbi Yemshua Gam Mishkan, was das gem Rosh Chodesh ins Kanal. It says in the Torah in Parshas Nosoi, wie Shalchum in Amachne zu Rov v'chol Zov. So Rashi tells you when was it? Rosh Chodesh Nissen, when the Mishkan was stood up in state, so the Rebbe said, any tzorah and zov has nothing but to do. Get out of the machne. When was this? Rosh Chodesh Nissen. So we have a second time in Parshas Nosoi, Rosh Chodesh Nissen, and Bamidbar starts with Rosh Chodesh Iyar. What's going on? Now the question comes up, and the Rebbe says the question is mamish screaming. Is wie so Rashi lomadet do that you're learning can ein seder mugdem u'mucha b'Torah nilmad mikam b'pam rishona. Here we learn it. Lomadet to. No. I mean, I gave the Shir in Hebrew, so I have both of them, because here I write down some things, so I mixed it up. Okay. Comes Rashi and says that Ian von ein Seder mugdem u'mucha b'Torah lernt man erst top von dann. How could it be? The Rebbe knows basically going to give the answer, very geschmack and simple answer. Also, in Diuk, in every word in Rashi, we love the answer. In Ois Gimel, we're going to go to the second half of Rashi. Also, beautiful, most beautiful. The Biur was it. The Chidush though is, you have the key what the Rebbe is giving us, the seed or the garin. She'ein seder mugdem u'mucha b'Torah, was dem Loshon Rashi is gesagt in the Friedrich Erter. There's something here new. Rashi doesn't say like in the old story by Yodem Ruchi, the story with Yitzchok's passing away, the story with Moshe is going to Mitzrayim. It doesn't say that this Loshon. It says, here it says another thing, it says Seder. And later the Rebbe is going to use also the meaning from Lomadeto, also a special thing. Now let's use the end of Seder. Der erste früher, wo Rashi sagt, ein Mugdem Umucha Batoiro, ist es benegea gewisser Parsche. Moira, a special thing. Oder a Dibo von Neubersten versteht, Shaloi bim Koimoi. Says, Vayik Yitzchok, and Yitzchok didn't die then. So Rashi has to come and say that it's not. Und in die Fall ist nicht das Akashi, das Shinui HaSeder. When we learn those places, it's not so hard. Why? Weil Teuro ist nicht das Sefer Divrei Yomim, was erzählt Seder am Reus in dem Zman, wenn jeder Zimmer ist gesagt worden. Teuro is not a chronological or a history book that tells you when it happened. Rashi in der alle Hörter, wo ist mefarisch, also Mugdem Umucha Batoiro, bloß bewornen, als man soll nicht stoppen, kein Toes, ist man am Ura oder ist man am Zivui, wenn das ist eine Gerd zum Schüttel של Mikro, dort oder Mokke machen. Es ist eine Gerd zum Schüttel של Mikro, dort, is about the story of Yodin Ruchi. You just said that Noach was 500 years. You say that I'm going to give him 120 years from then, and then it says when Noach was 6 Rishon. So the Chomish Mikro is a kasher right on the spot. Or when it comes to Vayik Vayitzchok, so when he's going to come to Vayeshev, and he's going to see Vayevko Yisrael, and Rashi is going to say that Yitzchok right for Yankev, he's going to ask a question. He died already in Vayishlach. So Rashi says, hey, Mugdem Umucha. So this is in general. Here is different. Before the Rebbe comes to here is different, the Rebbe is going to answer us a Geschmack Ezach, why in these two places that we just brought in Parshas Nosoi, Rashi says nothing. Why? Here they're going to give the answer. That's why it's in brackets, because the Rebbe stops from the answer on this, and he gives the answer on that. Al Pise is moving for boss. Rashi sagt nicht früher, was Posik bei beim Kalois Moshe Lokum Shamishkon, oder bei Vayishalchu mit Amachne, azay Mugdem Umucha Batoiro. Weil bei Mokim Acher ist Rashi mefarisch damit, wenn die Parsha ist gesagt geworden, und da steht es mefarisch wie im Kalois Moshe, und Parshas Beha'aloischo Sicha Machne ist Rashi mefarisch, Parshas Zonem Rabbi Moshe Klein. In Chumash Bereshis, in all the places that we mentioned before, we brought the special places that Rashi says, Ein Mugdem Umucha Batoiro, is the child or whoever learns doesn't know what's going on. Vayik Vayitzchok, and I know that he's alive, because in Vayeshev he's still alive 12 years. So Rashi must say something. Here, when the Torah says clearly when it happened, Rashi doesn't have to tell you. I told you already in Bereshis that Ein Mugdem Umucha. You see in Parshas Nosoi that says Vayivim Kalois Moshe. When was Kalois Moshe? Was Chodesh Nisan. So yourself, you know, I don't have to give you the answer. Beautiful. That's what Rashi doesn't say nothing here. Now we're going to come back to our Rashi, what Rashi is saying. So let's go back to the previous paragraph. The Rebbe said, in the other places the Rashi says Ein Mugdem Umucha Batoiro, is because there's a question. You told me Vayik Vayitzchok, he didn't die. So Torah says, Ein Mugdem Umucha. It's completely different. You know what we see here? Let me say it without inside, and inside we're going to go fast. We see a major difference. There's only two places that we see that the Torah is trying to emphasize when it happened. Beginning of Bamidbar is trying to emphasize. What is here by Korban Pesach? בחודש הראשון, בשנה השני. בשנה השני זה בחודש הראשון. So the Rebbe says, what's going on here? This is what Badot Chash. There's a place that the Torah himself is emphasizing when it happened. Why do you put it here and here? This is Lomadeto. That's why it says Lomadeto. Here's a new limud. And another thing, ain't Seder Torah, not Ein Mugdem Umucha. Beautiful. It's a new thing. Even when the Torah is emphasizing when it happened, it's also ein Seder Umucha, as we're going to see in a second. Wenn hinten die dann aber sieht man, als der Posche kommt, Matgisch an dem Seder, die Torah kommt Matgisch an dem Seder, bis man von den Zivuim und Moirois. Sei bei Parshas Seinu, bei Dabar Hashem und Moshe bin Basinai. Underline. Bashono Hashem is let's say so mehr zu schreiben bei heute schon Leimer. That it goes on Nissen. Sei bei Rosh Hashanah, bei Dabar Hashem und Moshe bin Basinai bei Moed. Bechod la heute Hashem, Bashono Hashem is let's say so schreiben Leimer. Na Fabrikein stehen die Parshas eine benegad der zweiter. Why is it? So it's something new that Rashi has to stop and tell me what it is. What is Rashi saying? Rashi mefarish lomadeto. Yes, here we learn something new. That even when the Torah is emphasizing that in two places the dates and it's opposite written, but Midbar is in here and also is in it's Ein Mugdem Umucha Batoiro. To learn man Rosh Hashanah azein Seder Mugdem. Rebbe underline. Ein Seder Mugdem Umucha Batoiro. Or when the Torah is madgish dem Zman von den Yonim Vetzivuim, was wir sehr tois, weil will Torah damit erzählen dem Seder von den zwei Moirois. The Torah wants to tell us when it happened. So put it in the right order. So the Rebbe says, nein, kann euch dann sein, as ein Seder Mugdem Mucha Batoiro. So we have the beautiful question, we have the beautiful answer, no more question. This is one part of the Rashi. Now we're going to go to the other part of the Rashi.
Why
You have a good point. You have a good point. The next paragraph that's coming, an unbelievable thing. That Rashi general brings Medrash, brings Gemara, brings Sifri, brings Sifro. Does always bring the same thing what it says there? He adds, it takes off what is Negiat, Pshuto Shel Mikra. Rashi in the same thing is changing from the Sifri with this word. Sifri said something else in Rashi because it comes to teach us something. Very good. This is the emphasis of Lomadato and Lamedcho. We'll see soon it's coming up in Sifri. Very nice. Good. Okay. We're continuing in Nois Gim. Weiter is Rashi Mamshich. I'm smiling from what's coming up. Weiter is Rashi Mamshich. ולמה לא יפוסח בזום, נשגנוסון של ישראל, שכל 40 שנה של ישראל, Rashi established here a new thing, that even when the Torah is emphasizing two dates, mamish the dates, and its opposite is also Lomadat or Ein Seder Mugdem. Is everything fine? Yeah?
Why talking isn't messed up?
Because Ein Mugdem Mucha Batoiro.
But it doesn't have to be in Mugdem.
The Rebbe knows why he did it. He doesn't have to tell us. So you, Rashi, yourself just established that even here is Ein Mugdem Mucha. What are you asking right after that? Why didn't you start with this? It's not a question. Yeah. It's not a question. Let's see inside. Bashkover Rishoino is nicht moving. Bald, as Rashi says himself, Lomad, it Ein Seder Mugdem Mucha Batoiro. Was ist die Scheile, Lomad leposach bezu? Hat doch erst gesagt, Rashi himself just said, as das ist der Fall, weil Ein Seder Mugdem Mucha Batoiro. Finished. No question. And the Rebbe is going to go further even. When we said the Mokke from Pirush Rashi in Gemara in Psochim says, as Nordem with the Gemara Pirto is Zoyse Meres, Ein Mugdem Mucha Batoiro. The Gemara has the same question. Rashi takes it from the Gemara. The Gemara is, how come that you start with Eo, and then you go to Nissan? So the Gemara says, Zoyse Meres, Ein Mugdem Mucha. And the Gemara doesn't ask, Lamolei Posach. The Gemara stops, because there's no question. If you tell me that there's Ein Mugdem Mucha, there's no question. When the Gemara nicht mehr weit im Tam was the Torah, ist schon mit der Parsche, na so ja ich Sifri also is not continuing. So we have a beautiful question in first glance as we look at the Rashi, what's going on? You contradicting yourself. The Parshe is not man can't have it. The Rebbe is going to try to give an answer. The Rebbe is going to say I can't use it in Pshuto Mikro. Then the Rebbe is going to be the Chidush Niflo beYosel. What's going on? The Parshe can't answer as Rashi is medayik b'lshoinoi lomadeto. Nicht wie in Sifri lelametcho. Das heißt, als Leute in Sifri oder die Teure Mechanik, wenn dem Seder, kedei uns zu lernen, lelametcho als ein Seder Mugdem Mucha Batoiro. Maschenke Leute Rashi, lomadet doch meint das nicht dazu, dem die Teure Mechanik, wenn dem Seder, noch als von dem lernen wir auch Reus, als ein Seder Mugdem Mucha Batoiro. The Rebbe says, beautiful. When you say lelametcho, means, why is the Teure doing it? This is what the Teure is coming to tell you. That there's no ein Mugdem Mucha Batoiro. Right? Rashi says no. Rashi says Lomadeto, that not because of that. You learn out from here that Ein Mugdem Mucha Batoiro, but this is not the main reason. If this is not the main reason, so Rashi says I have a question. Why did you take it to it? We have a beautiful answer that the Rebbe was say from the lotion that Rashi is Mishane. So I can't use it. The Rebbe said I didn't finish the Rebbe's the Raya and the Rebbe. The Shaile, because you say that it's not specifically for that, but we bewusst is dort wo man sagt ein Mugdem Mucha Batoiro, oder bei der Teure Kavone was bor of them, as we said before. The Teure knows why. Of them say that from Gimmi Veicher and welchen the Parsha is reinig geschwungen geworden. Now it's understood by Rashi is saying Lomo lo yiposach bezu. Es ist aber noch halt nicht glattig. Now the Rebbe is going to say, but I can't use it. Aber noch halt nicht glattig, lefize ist die Scheile gewaltige schwere Scheile that the Rebbe is going to ask, unbelievable Scheiles that we can't say it, and the question gets even more stronger. Why does Rashi start with this? So aber noch halt nicht glattig, lefize die Scheile ist nicht Lomo lo yiposach bezu. No, for was the Teure ot, the Rebbe gives two questions. Aleph Meshane Seder given. The Shaila is why you didn't start with this. Why did you change? That's question number one. Base, but Magdim given Yene Parsha, look how beautiful the Rebbe brings it up. When I come to Parshas Beha'aloischo and I see Korban Pesach, what is the question? why did you start with Bamidbar and not with Beha'aloischo? The question is not why did you start with Beha'aloischo. It's a question like this. This is not the question. And Rashi is still asking it like this. Must be something else here. Based on Magdum, when Yene Parshe, why did you start with Bamidbar? Now, why did you start with this? Und Rashi gedacht fragen nicht Lomo Posach Bezu, nor Lomo Shino Aseda, number one. But Lomo Posach Beparshe. You want to use the word Posach? Lomo Posach Bamidbar. Nicht Lomo Posach Bezu, the opposite way. This is one question. Euch fordert Bio der Loschung von Rashi's Kasche, Lomo Posach und nicht Lomo Igdim Kaitz. Something it comes out with Rashi that the problem is that why didn't he start the Chumash with that? Why didn't he say Lomo Loigdim? What is the innovation here that he says Lomo Loi Posach? This is a little bit of the answer also that Rashi tries to tell us something with this Loi Posach. Ois Dalet. Now we're going to come to the answer. Ois Dalet. Euch darf man verstehen dem Tirutz von Rashi. I'm going to ask now the question what Rashi is answering. Again, Rashi contradicting himself. Why Rashi is asking why didn't he start with this parsha? And Rashi is answering. It's an embarrassment for the Eden to start the Chumash with this story. What's the embarrassment? So Rashi is telling us. The Eden did in Midbar one Pesach. They did a Pesach in Mitzrayim. Yeah, they did a Pesach when they came out of Mitzrayim, Pesach, the second year, when they came, Bashana Shenis, means the first Pesach in Midbar, they made a come. 39 years they didn't do. Gnuson Shel Israel, that's why we can start with that by Midbar. So Rabbi is asking a question, in was besteht die Gnus? What is the embarrassment? What's the embarrassment? Again, Rashi or Frier, שמפרש גוון, אסתולו הכוסוף מצווה זו קורבן פסח בביוסום לאורץ. ולא נסחייבו במדבור אלו פסח אחר חודשו עשו בשונה השניס, על פי הדיבור. תעשה זה דנה בפירוש, נסתפק בו בקרובוסוי, nor in Eretz Yisrael. It says in Parshas Boy, we just learned Parshas Boy, it's a little while already, Parshas Boy, it says that you should do, וכוחו תויך בו יסו, מסניכם חגורים, נעליכם ברגליכם, and מקל לכם בידכם, נעליכם ברגליכם, everything. Right after that, it says, you know what it says after this? It says, "V'oyo kisavoyu le'oretz im boy, kisavoyu le'oretz u'shmatem misachuka azois shivas yom toichal matzis." What does it say there? That when you came to that throne, Rashi says there clear what's losh tola kosov mitzvah in that throne, and even something that we say every morning in Parshas Kadesh when we put on the time we say Parshas Kadesh, yeah, Krishman Kadesh. What does it say there? When you're in Midbar, you don't have to do a Korban Pesach. So what does Rashi want? What's the gnus? You yourself said that it's only not Yisrael. Why did they do the first year? Because it was at Tzibur of the Eibishter. I'm asking you, please one time do it. What's the question? And the Rebbe is going deeper. As a Korban Pesach Midbar, a chutz the first mol is given also. Mitonish makriv zayin of Mizbeach. You know what could happen? Ashalei Tzibur Isam. Not of Avio in Parshas Shmini. So what does Rashi want? That Rabbi, the Akrove Bamidbar is given blois al pi hadibur only because the Rebbe told him to do it. Now this question I'm asking, all the Meforshim are asking the same question. What's the problem with the Gnus? So Toisves, Meforshi Rashi, Toisves in, I think Toisves in Kiddushin. Where is it? Toisves in Kiddushin, and also Meforshi Rashi. The Rebbe brings down Rebbe Eliyahu Mizrahi. And the Sifsei Chachamim in other places, they're trying to answer the question. Rashi is contradicting himself. Here he says Tola Kosov Be'eretz Yisrael, and here he says Gnuson Shel Yisrael. So the Masbir, the Rebbe is not going to accept their answer. The Rebbe is going to give his answer what it is, what's going on. Never. You know what the embarrassment is? That it was 4 years in the Midbar, and that's the embarrassment, not the idea of they didn't do the Korban Pesach. That's why the Torah doesn't want to start by Midbar with that. The Rebbe says, I could have learned it in Pshuto Shel Mikra. Es aber schwerer als zu lernen in Pshuto Shel Mikra bei Pirush Rashi. Warum? The Rebbe gives beautiful questions. Number one, Aleph. In unser Parsha vom Pesach wird nicht der Mond, dass lieber von am Raglim wird man nicht da rein in Erzroll. Bei der Rabbi weiter bei Parshas Sheni steht, als Moshe hat gesagt, Moshe אנחנו למוק עם פירוש רש"י, מיד עד ג' יום נכנסנו לארץ, שבמסע זה הורישן נוסו על בנס להיכנס לארץ-ישראל, יש דו בכלל nicht der Mond כנוסון של ישראל. You telling me why? That because they were 4 years in the Midbar. This was the embarrassment. In Parshas Beha'aloischo we mention anything about being in Midbar 4 years? God forbid, nothing there. There was no meraglim yet. And even more, in the Parsha, in the Chitas that we learn, I think today's Chitas, Moshe Rabbeinu tells his father-in-law Yisroi, the Rebbe told us he's going to do us good things. What does Rashi say today? Gimel Yomin. What's the embarrassment? It's an embarrassment. Number two.
They were going to be in Eretz before Pesach. No, but
it was Chafiyah. In the Shona Hashem, it's Chafiyah. Yeah.
It was already after Pesach. It was after Pesach. Yeah. So we see in the end of the Parsha that there's no 4 years here. What's the Gnus on? Veiker. The second question is even stronger than the first one. If he says, number one, the Gnus in them was the Stau Likonis Los at Memshono, nicht der Krove von Pesach. It's nothing to do with Pesach. By Pesach. Number two, Oibel soll das verrechnen als Gnus, if you count this as an embarrassment, is the Shaykh nicht bloß zu kommen Pesach. Not to alle mitzvahs. And the mitzvah that they didn't do in Midbar is a Gnus. They didn't do 4 years, they didn't do Mainzer, they didn't do Shemitah, they didn't do Truma, they didn't do Bikurim, they didn't do all these things. Why darf ke Pesach? What's Pesach the problem? Passt doch nicht mit Yache sein, die Gnus. It doesn't make sense to relate the embarrassment only to Pesach darf ke. The Rabbi says even more, du kein Geschmack. Mehr Gnus ist in die alle andere Mitzvahs von dem Zug, weil selbst wenn ich mir keinem gewinne, bei Midbar, afilo loi paar Mechos. Maybe come Pesach, they did one. I did one. The other ones I never did. So if there's a gnus, it's a gnus more on the other things, not on that. I say, as the Rebbe said, the Rebbe is going to ask one more good question, and then it's going to come the answer, the Yesod in the answer, just beautiful. I say, that we don't understand, how are we going to get to the answer? The Hagdim was Rashi sagt, as Leposach besumt, es Gnus und Shel Israel. It's nicht glattig. The phrase that Rashi is using, Loi Posach besuch, mit Gnus und Shel Israel. Ist nicht glattig. Heute will nicht bringen Gnus und Shel Israel. Aber was darf man beruhigt erzählen Gnus und Shel Israel? If you don't want to talk about Gnus, don't mention Bechlal. Don't mention it. As the Rebbe says, the Rebbe brings dann in der Aure, wir gaan besefer Dvorim. Moshe Rabbeinu didn't want to embarrass Diden, so he said such beremes that nobody understood. Rashi has to toil and understand when it says V'dizov. So Rashi says there's no place that called Dizov. Moshe Rabbeinu tells them all the places that they were not good. There's no place of Dizov. And Rashi has to explain what it is. They had a lot of gold and everything. Although when it came later in Dvorim, he told them clearly in the face that you sent meraglim and you did not good. But when it comes to Chumash Bereishis in Dvorim, he doesn't say it. He's the one move on. The Rebbe is coming up with an unbelievable thing. Just unbelievable. I don't know. The Rebbe is coming up to say that, it's going to, that's what the Chiddush is going to be. That's what Rashi says, Posach Bezu, and it doesn't say, why did you mix up? Why did you start with the other one? Why did you start with the other one? And I say, why didn't you start with this? Unbelievable. Yeah. And the Rebbe is going to be Mechadeshir also, that in this Nuson Shel Israel, there's such a mile in Eden, more than any other mile that there could be. The Rebbe is turning it around to a completely different thing. Okay. Is the one move on as the Riker Kpede, thereby is benegea der Parsha sheberoisha Sefer. That's what Rashi says, ולא מלא פוסח בזו. weil die Psyche von a Sefer וכייצא בזה darf sein mit an Indien von Chiboson Shel Israel. We're going to bring them very beautiful. In every Chumash that there is in the 5 Chumashim, we see that starting is Chiboson Shel Israel. Wir gewinnen Tag in als die Psyche von jedem Sefer von den Gimel Svorim, שבתוירו, in welcher es redet sich wegen Eden, Shmois, Vaikro, und Bamidbon. Hier ist der Rebbe bringing the hour of Dvorim, that even in Dvorim is also Chiboson Shel Israel. Ist mit Ani shel Chibe von Eden. Wer du bist hier? Rashi is mafarish in der Trolle von jedem Sefer. Rashi himself is explaining in every Sefer. Im Shmois says, Vele Shmois lo der Chiboson. Yeah? In Parshas Vayigash, says already who came to Mitzrayim. It says already, B'shivim Nefesh. What are you repeating again? Lo der Chiboson. Vaikro al Moshe. Rashi says, L'chol Dibros, L'chol Amiros, L'chol Tzvuim, Kodmo Kriye, Loshen Chibo. Bamidbar war das Rashi at the beginning. Bei Dabba Bamidbar Sinai mit der Chiboson Lefonot, Moin Yoshim Kol Shot. We have to 3 Chumashim. In what's the first Chumash Rashi says nothing. But I was going to bring, we see, yeah, what do we see in Bereishis? Weil der the Sefer Bereishis, was red wegen Brias, Kol Oilam Kuloi, so gleich Rashi, Matam, Posach Bereishis. As the what it should be starting, Vita Chodesh Hazelochem. So Rebbe says, as the Kavone der Fume shel Psyche is Koyach Mas of Iglit, Le'amoy. So what? Los Lem Nachas going. The idea is the Avas Yisrael. bald das auf dem Inje wegen Sichas Sefer Beteuro. Weiß man schon von der früherdicke Sforim. Wir noch reden von der previous Form, that das start wird ein auf Gebossen של Israel. Muss man sagen, als die Scheile von Rashi do ולא mal Posach bezu, ist weil die Parsche so trägt euch die Meile und Chavivus und nicht und der Farbe und Lechore gewähren mehr Matim, also sein die Psyche von der Sefer Bamidbar. The Rebbe says that we're going to see in this story from the Korban Pesach such a Meile, and that's why לא mal Posach bezu, it's even a Meile, then monon בגלל חיבוסו. פשוט גוואלדיק בדרך כלל. A new light, a new Rashi, completely a new Rashi. Rashi is starting with Lashon Posach. Why? He's starting because he's coming to tell us the idea that he should have been starting with this parsha. He doesn't say Lomo Posach be'ahu. He says Lomo lo Posach bezu. Say that here, you have such a beautiful thing, as we're going to see further. Oizbo, Biuradov. Now we're going to come to the answer. Chumash va'ikro is Rubik Kikulo Tzivuim von dem Oibersten, was einige gesagt geworden, zum Beispiel nach Hakom Asamish. Chumash, what's it called? This is called Chumash Kudim. This is called Teres Klein. It's called Chumash Akrobon, Sefer Akrobon. Und Chumash Bamidbar redt wegen die Tzivuim in dem Seder Amoirois. In der Noges, the Torah tells us how the Eden conducted himself and did the mitzvahs in Midbar. But b'meilig v'matim as deep Psyche of Sefer Bamidbar. But we're talking about the Anoges, and the Rebbe told them, and how they did. So start with this, the Chumash Bamidbar. Why? As the Psyche of Sefer Bamidbar soll sein mit der Meile von Eden, wie soll man kein gewinnen bepoyal Tzivui Hashem. Bamidbar is Vayikro is the Tzivui. Bamidbar is as they did it. Start with Chumash with that. Vayasu, what do we say? Vayasu es a-Pesach k'chol Hashem Hashem es Moshe Keinos ubnei Yisrael b'shleimusoi ubemilui. Alle Eden und Makir werden kommen Hashem b'moado im Mishkan. Unbelievable. There was not one Jew that would say, my dear Moshe Rabbeinu. You remember you told us in Mitzrayim, and it's in Parshas Boy. You told us that Beka Korban Pesach is going to save your life, you're going to take it out of Mitzrayim. When is next Korban Pesach? In Eretz Yisrael. What are you telling us to make a Korban Pesach? Maybe there's some people that they wouldn't do it. So the Rebbe says no. And you know how far it went. There were some people that they were Tomei, so they were screaming and saying, we want to do the Korban Pesach. So we see the Meile of Eden, unbelievable Meile of Eden. They don't ask questions. You told us to next Korban Pesach in Eretz Yisrael. The Rebbe says, we're doing it. As the Parsha B'Shem Rosh Sefer, he's starting already with Chibosen Shel Israel. He's counting them. Rabbi says, Abba, as the Parshas Beha'aloischo Sicha is in a ninyan for his Chibosen because he's counting them. Kniska Loel. He's about two questions. Number one is, was we bald as unser Parsha kommt früher bis Mann. So you should have started it before. But mehr Matim, wenn zu sagen, die Parsha mit ihr Chavivus, the Rabbi says another thing, a deeper thing, is the Chibe, was mit euch Chibosen moinoisom, nicht kein Dovo Chodos. I've already dedicated them because he loved them in Shmois. In Bamidbar again, better start with this one. And not think, don't go with this, don't give me this again, same thing. It's not a Dovo Chodos. Es wird schon gebraucht bei Reis Sefer Shmois. Wollt doch gewähren mehr Matim, much more fit, as the Psyche soll sein mit unser Parsha. And by the way, is the Rebbe going to give a beautiful thing also? If you would have started Parsha, Chumash Bamidbar, with the story from Korban Pesach, it would have been in Bereshis, Shmois, Vayikro, Bamidbar. Higher and higher and higher, the advantage in the superiority in the love of the Eibishter to be. Let's see how the Rebbe is making it. Yesh lo isiv at the Derech Hagav. Demol that given the Psyche for the sake of the Psyches from the four Chumoshim, the sake of Malim Bakoidesh, Zule Mailo Mizu. Psyche Sefer Shmois is the Chibe von Eden mitzad Atzmo. You can't them. The Rebbe loves the Eden. You can't them. Was trägt sich heus in dem was monen. Ja, can't. The Psyche of Sefer Vayikro is the Chibe von Ebersten zu Eden in Inatzivu in der Mitzvahs. A higher level. It's not only the Eden as the Rebbe is commanding them. Was trägt sich heus in dem was parallel Zivuim is gewöhnt. Kotmo krielo shel Chibo. It also says that. It says whenever the Rebbe gave Moshe Rabbeinu something, Vayikro el Moshe lo shel Chibo. Kiduk lo shel Rashi lechol dibrois ולכל אמירוס ולכל ציוויים was the Indian of Vayikro. Nicht als im Dibur zum Moshe mit Zadatzun, aber Kissim lo shel Rashi, aber Levi Mesholem nigla im lo shel Harai und Tumish Nema, wie bald das ist verbunden mit Tumish Mesholem. Der Rebbe says, heute in Vayikro, oder der Rebbe ist der Kol. Moshe, so der Chibe ist zu Moshe, not zu Eden. How do you know that the Chibi is to the Eden because I'm going to give them the mitzvahs? It's not. The Rebbe brings proof. Rashi says that by Bilomen it says by Iker because it's a in of Tumeh does. Why is he getting Tumeh? Because he is Nevi'ei U'Moshe Oila. Same thing is Moshe Rabbeinu when it says Vayikro. Why Vayikro? Because of Am Yisrael. So we have Shmois is Mitzad Atzmon. Vayikro is a higher level Mitzad Torah. Now we're going to go to Bamidbar. Why do we start Bamidbar? With Korban Pesach. Korban Pesach, the highest level that there could be. The Eden did not complain. You told us next Pesach is not Yisrael. All of a sudden Pesach. They all did it b'milui, as Moshe said. And they couldn't do it. We're crying, we want to do it. Die Psyche von dem Sefer Schlach, als Sefer Bamidbar, wollte dann geben mit der Meile Bechibe von Eden, in dem, was der Rebbe stellt, als sie dann angesagt, Achre Akobas HaMishkon, a Mitzvah Meyuchedes, a speziell Mitzvah, was mit Zadatzmo sein, sie demol im Midbar nicht geben, Mechoye. They're not mechuyev to do it. Because those allein weiß ich auf Schwochen Vechibosum Sol. This shows and the beautiful love to the Eden. The Eden haben kein eine Mitzvah not stand. But the Makir gehen kommen mit Mishkan Mishleimus, Chol HaShatzim Hashem Es Moshe, Kein Osu Bnei Israel, Keniskar Lohei. The Rebbe is not finished. The Rebbe is going to bring out a more advantage in Meile in Eden. It is called Pesach that they did in Midbar. Noch mehr, dort regt sich heus, here it's being expressed two more things. Aleph, die Meile und Shevach von Eden, the advantage in the praise of Eden, wie stark sie haben gewollt, mit keinem sein Zivur Hashem. We see that the Rebbe said not only everybody did it, they did it with greater simcha, they were waiting for it. So gewollt, mit keinem sein Zivur, as a viele Anoshim, asheroyet meim lenefesh odom le'ochlu lasas Pesach, you know what they have to say? Goodbye. I didn't do it. I was Tomeh. Forget about it. No. What did he say? Number one that we see, the mile of Eden, base. Look at the Chibe from the Eibishter to the Eden. The Eibishter could have told the Eden, this group, few people that they couldn't do the Korban Pesach, could have told them, you know, there's a halacha of Azmanoi, bottle Korbonoi. Finished. You didn't do. The Eibishter didn't. The Chibe from Eden underlined. As a angenommen, sie erteilen aber Kosche, Lomo Negora, gegeben sie Gelegenheit zum Beispiel seinem Chesong und Makro seinem Korban Pesach Sheni. So, what better could you find to start Chumash Bamidbar than with this? So now the question is, why Takenat? So Rashi is coming to tell us, Gnus. That Rabbi is going to explain, Lechoyretz Grede Smile. Rabbi is going to bring out our Euro Chodosh. What is the Gnus? Oy Zayin. Auf dem wird Rashi mit den Gnusen של Israel. What's the Gnus? שכל משונה של ישראל במדבר לא יקריבו אלא פסח זו בלבד. Also die Chavivus was set in their parsha. We see Chavivus that they did it with the Almighty and everything. B'shleimus you b'melui. Yatzivu v'akrob es Pesach b'midbar b'tur Rasho Pesach Sheni. It still brings out with it an inyan shel Gnus. What's the Gnus? I'm going to say it in one word. What's the Gnus? And then we learn it inside. You see it in Rashi's words. Just unbelievable. You saw that a few people wanted to make a Korban Pesach. The Rebbe gave you a mitzvah and you did it, everything fine. Rabbeinu Shalom comes next year. Why don't you go to Moshe Rabbeinu and say, we want to have a Pesach? Why wait till Eretz Yisrael? We did it last year, we want to do it this year also. 39 years, nobody asked to do a Pesach. Why? This is the Gnus. Why they didn't ask to do it? And the Rebbe is continuing. So it's not their fault. The Torah says clear. Ist es aber nicht wie andere Mitzvahs, wo seine tolle Baby Leoretz, wo sein Erzem Chiv Sheikh Novi bin kennen kum Leoretz. Why they didn't ask for other mitzvahs? There's two reasons. Number one, there's mitzvahs that said tolle bo Oretz, and number two, they never did it. But here you did already a Pesach, and you saw how good it is. You saw that the Rebbe shall listen to the few people gave him another Pesach Sheni. Why didn't you ask? Where do we see by the other mitzvahs that they didn't ask because it's not pretending? The Rebbe is saying, Lo imi boye, this is for sure. The mitzvahs from Bikurim, Trumes, Maisres or Afilu Chale. You know what it is? You have to be in the land of Israel. It's connected to land. Die Mitzvah sind verbunden mit Guf Oretz. Die Peirois und Tvois von nicht in der Zoldavke. Der Rebbe says not only this, no. Viele Azoin in Yoni will do with Petach Hamor. Was ist nicht scheich zu Guf Oretz. Und Likkutei Achas bei Pirush Rashi ist es verbunden mit Vyosel Oretz Davke. Is the Chiyuv no bei Vyosel Oretz. Right? And they never did it.
It's not even shaykh in Midbar.
That man, they didn't even have Trumet. They didn't even have Peres. The Rebbe emphasized. Peres and Tvoes und von Eretz Yisrael. Bikurim. What share Bikurim? Very good. A Korban Pesach is the shaykh oich b'midbar. Right? The other things, as you said, no, it's not shaykh b'midbar. This is how do I know that's shaykh b'midbar? They did it. The Rebbe told them to do it. They did it one time. Akros kom Pesach Shai Khoy Bamit was is no was der Eibster hat in ihr nicht mehr gehabt, wenn wir egal Point von Bosel Loretz. You should have come in back the Eibster I want to do Pesach. Und noch mal seit man in der Parsche. Another emphasis. Also mit Vater war Kosch mit eine von etliche gezählte Eden, Lomonigora, der Eibster gegeben als man von kommen Pesach bei Judalet bei ihr. Wenn sie dann kennen mag seinem kommen Pesach. Also was man gefindt nicht war kein anderer Mitzvah kommt. Didn't know that is a special mitzvah that the Rebbe listened to a few and he gave him the mitzvah. What do we say when somebody chas v'sholem doesn't put on tefillin? Could you tomorrow put on twice tefillin? It's no such thing. When we sagt that bichlal, over yoimoy, bottle korban. You didn't bring the korban. Tomorrow you can't bring the korban. It's gone. And they thought they should let them do it. So come next year and say I want to do a korban pesach. Wer die Scheile, na der Rebbe bringen ganze Scheile. Wer die Scheile war viele beim Chomesh Mikro. Chomesh Mikro is also asking question. Wie kommt es? How is it? Als die alle Lametes schon aber sitzen seine Gewinne mit Midbo. Haben sie nicht gefordert und gebeten von Neubersten Lomonigora. Why didn't they ask me wanted to the mitzvah? Als sie will machen seinen Korben Lashem. Dem Korben Pesach und befragt das ist gewähnt der Korben, was hat sie gerade wird mit rein und gebracht zu der Gule mit rein. You know what they know what Korben Pesach is? They know number one that he put it down on the door. This is Posach Hashem. Otherwise, God forbid, the Eden would also be the Proirim would also be killed. Number two, Omar Masi ben Chorosh, Igia is Doidim. I have to take him out from Mitzrayim. I promised Avraham Avinu, but I can't take him out. They have nothing. What did he give him? Korban Pesach. So what took him out of Mitzrayim? Korban Pesach. Comes next year. Say, I want to have a Korban Pesach. This saved my life. This took me out of Mitzrayim. Let me do it again. Huh? When? Dachte man, es says in Chomer. With Matzah also. For sure. And the Rebbe is not finished. The Rebbe is bringing a Kal V'chomer. Listen, it's not finished. There are a few people ask that they want to do the Korban. Or the Rebbe says, "You get a Gelegenheit to make a Korban." The Rebbe gave him the opportunity. Alachas come and alle. All of Israel is coming to Moshe Rabbeinu and say, "We want Pesach." For sure, the Rebbe would give it. Wichtig, as the Korban is nicht gleich zu Sham Mitzvahs at Lois Boretz Kanal. It's not like all the mitzvahs. The other mitzvahs they can do if they want. This they did already. They could do it again. But in Gebet und Gemond beim Obersten, they would ask, as they will, Gemond means demanding, as they will, Markus and Korban Pesach, wie sie haben das getan beim Midbar. Shon Hashem, the same as they did it last year, what they does, always give fear. Now we understand what Rashi is saying. Poshet Mavit. Understood the Rashi that Rashi said like Posach, and understood the Rashi that Rashi is starting. Why did he start with this? And Rashi is asking, Lobo le Posach, das Ignusen shel Israel. Shkol Aboim Shona shel Israel b'Midbar lo ikrivu le Pesach ze belvad. Our question was a simple question. How could Rashi say it's a news when the Rebbe himself told them not to do it? He told them to do only one time. If they're going to do it a second time, the Chayiv miss it. So what's it? No, it's a different thing. Why didn't you ask? A new light. Why didn't you come and ask and prove that the people asked and they got a Pesach Sheni, not only a Pesach? So
especially those people themselves could have asked the second time. The same people who asked the first time could have asked the second time.
Oh, very good. These people that were Tomel and Nefesh, so they have accomplished a good point. Okay. now we serious. Okay. Now, just let's do a test. What could be next question of Rashi? Okay, I understand nobody did. The boy Shalom, where's Moshe Beha'aloischo? Why didn't they demand? Here comes a beautiful lesson what means Moshe Beha'aloischo, what means Moshe. The Rebbe, no Seador, what it means. Unbelievable. Let's see inside. Oishres. Lefis there, wer aber die Scheile, wie kommt es, als Moshe Beha'aloischo und Kayotze Bohem, ob nicht gebeten und nicht gepoilt, beim Ebersten, als soll machen, seinem Kommen Pesach, dem ganzen Meshach, what's going on here? Moshe knows what it is, and he for sure wanted to do it. No. Is the Bible ze bepnimis hier. Nesiah Israel is lechol roish v'chol inyonom trachten und tom wegen. Their all life is to do for him. Bis wir gefinden bei Moshe, als hat sich Moshe Nefesh gewen von Klal Israel, nicht nur Mesiras Aguf, nur euch Mesiras Nefesh. Wie hat gesagt, wie im ein, Mesiras Aguf. He put himself in danger, and so much that he says, Ruchnis, also he gave away his Ruchnis. Ze moving benitten die dann. Just to mention, it's not a time where it's recorded and it goes on the app and everything, but to see what I saw the Rebbe, the 2.5 years that it was by the Rebbe, the Yisurim and whatever the Rebbe went through, and the weakness in everything, and one thing that the Rebbe had in mind, Am Yisrael, answers in the worst times, and even more. The Rebbe was sitting in his chair, laid down all the way at the bottom, and gebrochen. People outside were hearing the krechts, the sighs and the screaming. A masker comes in and Kämpfring, the Rebbe would sit up and becomes a new face. The Rebbe is not touched. The Rebbe is Rebbe. And at one point the Rebbe was sitting on the porch upstairs, outside on the Rashak's porch in the back of the house, and Rabbi Kona came up with utensils, with the shayles in the Rebbe, and he finished. So the Rebbe says, with a smile, no, that's it. Have no more? So he says, no. So the Rebbe put his hand in his pocket and said, no, you don't have in your pocket more. The Rebbe smiles. He said, you're going to go run down and see, maybe people bought, maybe there's faxes, maybe there's that. That's what Anna sees. All life, everything is Am Yisrael. מזה מובן דן. קדושון של ישראל, wie das kommt heraus bei Parshas Beha'aloischo, ist nicht über so viel Wert Gosche. It is a gnus. Adrabe, we saw the mile of it, they did come besser. It's not so bad, this embarrassment of them. Warum man gefunden nicht, als man soll peulen, jetzt mal Krobas am Pesach, durch Habakosche zum Ebersten, noch ein Schlomm zu der Krobe, was alle Eden seinen Schreib waren in jenem Jahr. The Rebbe used it here as a plus for the Eden. They saw last year that who got the second Pesach, a few Eden. What did they get? A Shlome. The Etzem Pesach, who told them to do? The Rebbe. So they said, this year we're not going to ask because the Rebbe is not going to give us a new Pesach without this. So it's not such a big news. Leidoch. What happens if Moshe Rabbeinu now and asking the Rebbe to do a Korban Pesach? Then the embarrassment of the evening comes out in the fullest measure. Moshe asked, and you didn't ask for 4 years. Leidoch, when Moshe Beha'aloischo wollten, gebeten bei Moshe, dass soll machen seinen Korban Pesach und wollten das Gepoil. A viele für alle Eden, Moshe wouldn't have done for himself, would for everybody. Weil das Guf herausgebracht, Genuss und Israel. Noch in einer größeren Häufen. Why? Da weiß nicht, als das ist ein Korban Lashem, was mir kein Poil sein, a Krovose durch Bekosche. It's going to show the Eden that we could ask for a new thing that there was never, and the Rebbe Shtadrak told you to do it all in Israel, but he told you one time to do, ask a second time also. Na, weil keinem das Eden nicht gebeten.
Happy with the song.
Okay. Here the Rebbe, listen, here's the punchline. Is the Rebbe of Moshe Beha'aloischo sein die Geräum Neemonim. Kedei nicht zu herausbringen mehr Begoli Gnuson Shel Israel. Not to bring Gnuson Shel Israel. Just to add a little bit to Gnuson Shel Israel, they didn't do it. Sie mevata gewinnen als Ilu. You know what it means? You know what kind of Ilu Moshe and Aaron could have bringing Korban Pesach 39 times? I don't need the Ilu, I don't need nothing. I need Am Yisrael not to be embarrassed. In welchen sie seine nicht Zabe geworden, zu bringen, Korban Pesach durch Betten, das Abi zu opiten Kvoiden Shel Israel. Their life is to watch Kvoiden Shel Israel. Oistes. Al Pikolanal, finish the Rashi, finish the thing. Now we're going to come to Yeno Shel Torah. Al Pikolanal is waar al Yeno Shel Torah, Shebepirus Rashi, das ist der Indien. Als ein Seder Mugdem Mucha Batoiro, lernt man ob Lamadet of an Epashtaf. The Rebbe wants to teach us, as Lamadet, a new thing. As even when there is the 2 dates, could have been another things. Why Dafke Pesach? So the Rebbe says, Yeno Shel Torah, Pnimius Torah, we're going to find why the Rebbe did the Dafke in this story. The Chiyuv Pesach Sheni, was das ist der Chidush von der Parsha. Pesach Sheni is the Chidush von der Parsha. This is the innovation in this Parsha that we could do a Pesach Sheni. Is in Jonah nicht wieder Reuf von Chiyuv von Pesach Rishon. It's not like Pesach Rishon. Und bechlal andere Mitzvahs. It's not the same. Why? Was mir Chatchila ausgestellt geworden und darf sein als Beseder von Teura bis Manoi. Teura is Mesuder, Teura is a Seder, Teura is a order in giving the mitzvahs, in ton the mitzvahs, and this Pesach Sheni is something that it's out of order. No, das ist in a Neufung von Sheloi al Peseder. But die was nicht machen, when Pesach bis Manoi. That's why the Teura gives you the idea of ein Kesidron, Lomadet o Shen, darf bei this thing. Unbelievable. Neuch der Häufen mit die Mitzvahs gesagt wird, aber es ist a deeper thing. All the mitzvahs, how were they given? The Rebbe gave the mitzvahs. How did Pesach Sheni came? By us requesting that. it's a different thing. It's loyal Peseder. Seder is the Rebbe that gives mitzvahs. Here is loyal Peseder. That's why the Torah is emphasizing here. Neuer der Räufe mit der Mitzvah ist gesagt geworden zu ihnen, ist gewünscht loyal Peseder. Von anderen Mitzvahs wird Zivuim. All the other mitzvahs, was the Rebbe hat die Mitzvah mit Metzabek und mit Chilo, was not like this. What was it? Noch als Antwort zu der Tiny of Kosher von Eden, at Memele Neveshodom, Lomonikora. From this, the Rebbe is going to go into Avodas Hashem in a nice yud, what the limit for us is. Okay. In Avodas Hashem, what's Avodas Hashem? Who was the one that they asked for Lomonikora? Meim lo nefesh. I was going to explain the Ruchnias, what is Meim lo nefesh. In Avodas Hashem is the Riyam from Avodas Hatshuve. But it's not being was in the Bible from der Chayosho. Yeah? We say that it's, they asked for it because they were Meim lo nefesh. Tome is somebody that they didn't go in the right way that the Rebbe created, as it says in Koheles, the Rebbe created Asher also Elikim Esodom Yosho. Marina was is durchgefallen, Choto, Upogam, Bovar Sader. This is what it comes to teach us. Was das ist der Teuchoim von Tomel Nefesh Sodom, gerät einmal Baruch. Und das ist der Remes in Rashi in dem, mit Neishe Ignuson shel Israel. Now we'll understand with Pnimische Yonim Yenu shel Torah what it means. Neishe Ignuson shel Israel, that's embarrassment for the Eden. Shkol Mem Shono shel Israel b'midbar lo ikrivu el Pesach ze bilvad. 4 years they didn't do only this Pesach. Also der Akrove b'mesher die ganze 40 Shono, und gedarf kommen in einer Neufen von Sheloyal Peseder. Al der wieder Rebbe hat sie angesagt, mag sein kommen Pesach, was schon schön ist, aber das Sheloyal Peseder am Mitzvah. Weil beim Mittwoch sind sie nicht schreiben geworden im Beker, also haben das gedacht Monen und beten beim Rebbe in Kniskaloe. So in Pnimische Yom is also the same thing. The Akrove of the 40 years that they were supposed to ask is also Sheloyal Peseder. Why? Because the Rebbe said, when are you going to do it? In Eretz Yisrael. And they come and ask Sheloyal Peseder. So we see it as the end of Tshuva. The time of them is the measure of the alle Yom. Why is the reason? Because the measure of the alle Yom show Israel b'midbar is das gewähne Amatze von Leachar Achet. Because the Father sind doch gewähne Midbar. 4 years in Midbar didn't go after they sin. Nicht mit der Amatze von hinten bei der Krobe von Korben Pesach bei Mitzrayim. Wenn die fürs Korben Pesach in Mitzrayim, was sie seien in dem gestanden in der Amatze von erst geboren. In Yecheskel, wo es Yecheskel says that later Sam Israel is by Yetzias Mitzrayim. So they were fine. 4 years they were in Chet. Meil hat sich demol beim Midbar gefordert bei ihm an Avoide von ins ein Seder. The Mailam is Seder, Shait Chode Avoide Hatshuva. And this is the Gnuson shel Israel that they didn't do the in of Tshuva, even it's before the miracle, even it's before everything. There was already the potential for this, so they should have done Tshuva and ask things that is loyal to Seder. And that I've always explained that it says by Cain ve'Evel that he brought a korban, the Cain ve'Evel milchosoi lo yisho'o. Was meant lo yisho'o? He didn't turn himself. So sure doesn't mean you need an hour to do tshuva. One move and tshuva is there. Al pi kol anal, is going to finish with obviously with Mashiach. Al pi kol anal kommt euch as beParsha Seinu. What is the limit in our parsha? Lernt von dem Goydel Loim von dem Bakoshe Lomonigora. That you have to ask always Lomonigora. And if you do it, you have an effect. You get it. And if you would have done Lomonigora 4 years, the Rebbe would have given it. Although he said that we have to start it in that Yisrael. Weil der Teure Nitzris, der alte Rebbe says der Teure Nitzris, aber Iroe Nitzris, Teure Meloshno Iroe, is moving, and das ist Negia bechol Azmanim, und bechol HaMekoimos, befrate Nitztigen Zman. These few words, befrate Nitztigen Zman, this year is for us, and not for the Tzolike. The Tzolike, we should have learned it last week, because they are already in Shlach. Weil der Rebbe is moving, when Negia bechoshes with Tfiles from Pnei Yisrael, Bichlal. And the Rebbe brings down in 64, it's a mitzvah b'chol yoim, sheyodo mischane u mispalel b'chol yoim. As the Rambam says in Reish Hilchos Tefillah. V'alachas kama v'kama, this we have to daven every day for whatever we need. How much more so is it, the Bakoshe Nafshis, v'kol echet v'echet m'Yisrael, es soll sein, it should be the Geula HaBitis v'Ashleimo. Warum? Es ist doch kol ha-kitzin, as the Gemara says already in Sanhedrin, soll sein die Geula HaBitis v'Ashleimo b'oifen, der miyad ein Nigolin. The Rambam says clear in Hilchos Shuveh. Israel is Shuveh, and not Nigolin. ומייד אין נגולים. בלושן von Tfilas Hamide, in Shemoneh that we say every day, 3 times a day, from Yemoi Sachoy, it says, Tzemach David Avdecho, me'eiros atzmiach. And the Rebbe is adding on 67, there's 3 broches, Rishonos, 3 Achoides in Yud Beis, 18 broches, 3 and 3 is 6, and 12 the middle ones. It says in Shulchan Aruch, in the Rambam, and in Tur Shulchan Aruch, the Alter Rebbe, she'odom, Loshen of the Rambam, shoyel tzrochov she'tzorch lehem, bebakoshe ubetchina. So what do we say? And then, when in the Mechoisim von alle Tfilas, this, the 3 Tfilas every day, Shachas Nicha Ma'ariv, we say, Tzemach David Avdecho Me'eiro. Shabbos there's no Tzemach David. So what do we say? In Shabbos V'yontev, we have Yerotzen, we finishing always. Shebone Beis HaMikdash Me'eiro V'yameinu V'chulu. כפשוטו במאירו ביומנו ממש.
Finish it.